Have you ever faced a moment where standing up for what you believe in felt like the hardest thing in the world? A moment where the pressure to conform was so immense, it felt like you were standing all alone against a tidal wave? Today, we're diving into an ancient story that's as relevant now as it was thousands of years ago. A story of courage, faith, and unwavering conviction. This is the incredible story of Daniel and his friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Their story begins in a time of great turmoil. Jerusalem had fallen to the mighty Babylonian Empire, and its powerful king, Nebuchadnezzar, had a plan. He ordered his officials to bring to his palace the finest young men from among the captured Israelites, those who were strong, intelligent, and well-educated. Their mission? To be trained in Babylonian language, literature, and culture so they could serve in the royal court. Among the chosen were 4 remarkable young men from Judah: Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. But when they arrived in Babylon, even their identities were challenged. The chief official gave them new Babylonian names, an attempt to erase their heritage and make them forget their God. Daniel was renamed Belteshazzar, Hananiah became Shadrach, Mishael was called Meshach, and Azariah was given the name Abednego. It was more than a name change. It was a test of loyalty. Babylon wanted to reshape who they were. But deep inside, these 4 young men knew who they truly belonged to: the living God of Israel. From the very beginning, these 4 friends faced a test of their identity. They were offered the king's finest food and wine, a lavish, rich diet. But this wasn't just a meal. It was a cultural and religious challenge. The king's food was likely dedicated to Babylonian idols and didn't follow the dietary laws of their faith. Eating it would have been a compromise of their deepest convictions. So, what did Daniel do? He didn't stage a loud protest or start a rebellion. Instead, he respectfully approached the chief official and proposed a test. "Please," he said, "test your servants for 10 days. Give us nothing but vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then compare our appearance with that of the young men who eat the royal food, and treat your servants in accordance with what you see." It was a bold request, but the official agreed. For 10 days, Daniel and his friends stuck to their simple diet. And at the end of the test, the result was astounding. They looked healthier and better nourished than all the other young men who were dining on the king's delicacies. This small act of faithfulness didn't go unnoticed. It showed their commitment not just to their diet, but to their God, and it earned them respect and favor. God, in turn, blessed them with exceptional knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Daniel, in particular, was given the ability to understand visions and dreams of all kinds. This unique gift soon brought Daniel directly before King Nebuchadnezzar. The king had a terrifying dream that left him deeply troubled. He summoned all his wise men, magicians, and enchanters, demanding they not only interpret the dream, but first tell him what the dream was. An impossible task. The wise men were confused. "No one on earth can do what the king asks," they protested. Enraged, Nebuchadnezzar ordered the execution of all the wise men in Babylon, including Daniel and his friends. When Daniel heard of the decree, he didn't panic. He went to the king's commander, asked for time, and then gathered his friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They didn't strategize an escape plan. They prayed. They asked God for mercy and to reveal the mystery of the king's dream. That night, the secret was revealed to Daniel in a vision. Filled with gratitude, Daniel first praised God before going to the king. He stood before the most powerful man in the world and said, "No wise man, enchanter, magician, or diviner can explain to the king the mystery he is asked about, but there is a God in heaven who reveals mysteries." Daniel then perfectly recounted the king's dream of a giant, dazzling statue made of different metals: a head of gold, chest and arms of silver, belly and thighs of bronze, legs of iron, and feet of mixed iron and clay. Then a rock, cut out by no human hand, struck the statue on its feet and smashed it to pieces. Then he explained its meaning. Each part represented kingdoms that would rise and fall. But one day, God would establish a kingdom that would never be destroyed. Nebuchadnezzar was astonished. He bowed before Daniel and said, "Surely your God is the God of gods and the Lord of kings." The king promoted Daniel to a high position in Babylon, and Daniel, remembering his friends, asked that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego also be given positions of leadership. The king agreed. From captives to leaders, these 4 young men rose to greatness, not because they sought power or fame, but because they remained faithful to God in every test. Their story reminds us that real courage doesn't always mean doing something big or loud. Sometimes, it's quietly doing what's right, even when no one else does. When you choose to stand for what's right, God gives you strength, favor, and wisdom beyond what you could imagine. So today, remember Daniel and his friends. Stay true to your faith, even when the world tries to change who you are. Because when you honor God, He will honor you, no matter where you are. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Until next time, stay strong, stay faithful, and remember, God honors those who honor Him.